dog still on the yard. God said don't come back now, like a card he'd played 1,000 times. They handed me my life back in a brown paper bag, a stopwatch, an old wallet, and a shirt 14 years behind. $200 gate money and a ticket on the bus. Sat down next to a kid who didn't even look at us. Pulled out a phone the size of nothing, all glass and light. I've been gone so long, the whole damn world had learned to fly. Just a smaller word for lost, when there's nobody at the gate. Nobody at the gate. My girl waited 2 good years. I never asked for more. Got a letter, then a colder one, then nothing anymore. Can't hate her for it. 14's a long time to hold a door for a man who chose the corner, what he had before. My daughter's grown, I found her face behind a little screen. Yeah, smiling at a wedding that I wasn't asked to see. She's got my mother's eyes, and somebody else walked her down. I'm an uncle in the stories, if I'm anybody now. Nobody tells you the sentence don't end at the gate. You just start serving it somewhere with more sky. When there's nobody at the gate. Nobody, nobody, nobody at the gate. Nobody at the gate. Nobody at the gate. .4 a.m. alarm, don't need it. Already staring at the ceiling. Boots beside the door, still wet from yesterday's rain. 22 years on the same line, same whistle, same clock. Body keeps the time card even when my mind forgets the cost. These hands used to be good for something more than the work. Now they ache in the morning before they even start to hurt. Wedding ring don't fit no more. Knuckles swell too wide. Took it off, put it on a chain. Kept it close inside. The man who just shows up. Lord, clock in, clock out, do it till the body gives. I'm not asking to be thanked. I just want one of them to know what a Monday really costs before I go. My boy wants the new ones, shoes the other kids all wear. Said next check, son, and the next check disappeared. Oh, wife works doubles too. We pass like ships, a kiss, a list. Built a whole life on exhaustion. Neither one of us would quit. I don't say I'm tired. Tired's a word for men who stop. Yeah. Say I'm fine, grab my lunch, head out before the dawn comes up. Mirror's got a stranger in it, gray before his time. But the bills are paid this month, and that's a kind of pride. Did the same damn thing, worked until the day is hard, just quit the floor. 61 years old, 2 weeks before retirement, dropped right there on the warehouse floor. And I remember thinking, God, don't let me end up like him. And here I am. Same boots, same floor. Nobody claps for the man who just shows up. Lord have mercy, clock in, clock out, do it till the body gives. I'm not asking to be thanked. I just want my kids to know what it costs to keep them warm, keep them warm. Same boots, same floor. Phone goes off at 3 a.m. It's my brother, he's been drinking. Drove across the city, talked him down till the sun came in. Fixed my mother's heater, covered my buddy's rent and spring. I'm the one they all call when the whole thing's caving in. Got a name in every phone mark caller, he'll know what to do. Strongest man they know, that's the story and it's true. But strong's just a word for the man who never learned to fall. And being needed by everyone ain't the same as being called. I'm everybody's right. Lord, never learned the one thing they all seem to know. How to pick up the phone and say I'm not okay. I'm the shoulder, never the one who gets to lean. Never the one who gets to lean. Someone cracked in me last winter, won't say what, won't say how. Scroll through every contact, 300 names somehow. Thumb just hovered there a while, then I set the whole thing down. Made myself some coffee, went to work, kept holding the ground. See, I built myself a fortress out of being the strong one. Yeah. Forgot to leave a door where someone checks on me for once. Nobody's fault but mine. I told them all I'm fine. You train the world to lean on you, they'll never think to climb. Stands there, holding everything until it came. I'm everybody's rock, Lord have mercy. Never learned the one thing they all seem to know. How to pick up the phone and say I'm not okay. I'm the shoulder, never the one who gets to lean. Never the one who checks on the strong one. Never the one. Married her in '94 in a courthouse, borrowed time. Honeymoon was gas station coffee and a long drive through the night. First place that we rented had a heater that would quit. She'd laugh and say, at least we got each other, and we did. I wasn't much, a temper and a paycheck spread too thin. She saw something underneath it that I couldn't see within. Everybody told her she could do a whole lot more. She just hung her coat up, stayed, and locked the door. Everybody wants the love that burns, Lord. I got the kind that stays. She loved me through the years I wasn't easy, through the ones I lost my way. 30 years of ordinary mornings, and I wouldn't trade a single grave for somebody else's fire. She stayed. She stayed. In '98 I lost a job, came home smelling like the bar. She didn't yell or pack a bag, just told me who we are. Oh, said I didn't marry easy, I married you for real. Then made the coffee, kept the lights on, taught me how to heal. We buried a mother, lost a baby in the spring of 2003. Held each other on the bathroom floor and learned what for worse means. She's got reading glasses now and hands that show the years. And I have never loved a thing the way I love her here. Is for the young. It's that she chose me every single morning, even the ones I didn't deserve, and never once asked for the credit. Everybody wants the love that burns, Lord have mercy. I got the kind that stays. She loved me through the years I wasn't easy, through the ones I lost my way. 30 years of ordinary mornings, and I wouldn't trade a single grave for somebody else's fire. She stayed. She stayed. She stayed. She stayed. Nineteen with a Telecaster and a voice that turned some heads. Played the Blue Door every Friday. Had a scout say, "Kid, you're next." Band was tight, the songs were ours. The road was open and wide. Had a one-way shot at something on the far side of that night. Then the line went pink in autumn, and the rent came due in full. Some dreams you don't decide to drop, life just makes the pull. Pawned the Telecaster on 10th Street, took 380 in my hand. Walked into the plant on Monday, became a different man. I had a shot at being someone. The world might have known my name, Lord. Sold it for a crib and a wedding band, and I'd make that trade again. But some nights when the house goes quiet, I still hear the man I could have been, playing somewhere just past the door. 22 years on the floor now, calluses all gone soft. The kind from strings, I mean, got new ones from the work I bought. Never told the kids their daddy used to make a whole room sway. Some things you fold up careful and you tuck them far away. But my boy found an old cassette behind the winter coats. Yeah, press play and heard a young man and a song nobody wrote down. Said, "Dad, that's you. You could really play." I said, "A little, son. A long, long time ago." Who turned out strong. That's a song too, just one nobody claps for. But God, every now and then at 2 a.m. I'd give a year to hear how the other one ended. Being someone, the world might have known my name. Lord have mercy. Sold it for a crib and a wedding band, and I'd make that trade again. house goes quiet, I still hear the man I could have been playing somewhere just past the door. A long, long time ago. A long, long time ago. Group home on Mercer Street. I was nobody's son. No name worth a damn, no door already open for no one. Watch the other kids get fathers, get a leg up, get a plan. I got a cot, a number, and two hands. Senior year, a rich kid took his daddy's name and share. Walked into a company he didn't build or repair. I was bussing tables that same summer, saved my tips inside a can. He inherited a kingdom, I just had a plan. Nobody handed me a thing, and that's the proudest thing I own. Some men inherit the mountain, I had to go and become one. Stone by stone, I built it stone by stone. Worked the night shift 14 years, learned every job there was. Signed my first lease shaking, put my own name up above. Never had a safety net, so I never learned to fall. Just learned to keep on climbing up a wall with no holes at all. Now there's 12 good folks on payroll, feed their families off my name. The name I had to build because the world won't hand you one for free. And I got a woman who stayed, 3 kids who know their dad, built the family I never had with the only hands I had. What mine is worth. A thing you're given, you can lose and never feel it. But a thing you bled for, a thing you built from nothing, that one's yours down to the bone, and nobody takes that. Nobody handed me a thing. Lord have mercy. And that's the proudest thing I own. Some men inherit the mountain. I had to go and become one. Stone by stone, built it stone by stone, stone by stone. Stone by stone. You're leaving in the morning, got your whole life in the truck. I'm not a man of speeches, never learned to say enough. But there's things I should have told you that my own father never said. So sit with me a minute before you go and turn your head. I won't be leaving money, son, I don't have much to give. Just the things this life has taught me, paid for dear, you best believe. The world's gonna tell you what a man is, most of it's a lie. So let me tell you what it cost me, and you decide. Be kinder than they tell you, be harder than you feel. Work for what you've got so no one takes it. Love the one who stays, not the one who burns low. And when the weight comes down and son, it's coming, carry it, but don't you carry it alone. Call somebody. I never learned to call somebody. Don't you do the same. Don't wait to be forgiven, learn to do it for yourself. Took me 60 years to take my own name off the shelf. Pain's gonna find you, that's just rent for being here. Feel it like a man, and that means letting somebody near. Don't measure your worth in what you build or what you make. I knew a man with everything that no one's gonna wake. A full house beats a throne. Remember that when you choose. The mountain's cold up top, I climbed it. So trust the news. that's worth a damn is in these words. That's the inheritance, son. Hard truth and a soft place to land. I never had the second one, so take it, take all of it, and be the man I was still learning how to be. Be kinder than they tell you, be harder than you feel. Work for what you've got so no one takes it. Love the one who stays, not the one who burns. Lord have mercy. And when the weight comes down and sun is coming, carry it, but don't you carry it alone. Call somebody. I never learned to call somebody. Don't you do the same. Go on now, son. Go on. My phone lit up at 3:17 by the kitchen sink. Bank app open, red numbers, old coffee going cold. 3,000 names and contacts, not one made me think. There was a voice on earth I trusted with my soul. My work boots left black rain on the hallway floor. Warehouse badge cracked clean down the side. Mama's Bible still sits by apartment 904. I don't pray much now, but I keep it dry. I went way down, but I still got my name. Blood on my collar, but my hands stay clean. I ain't no saint, and I ain't free from shame. But I know what I've done and what I didn't mean. They wrote me off in pencil, I came back in stone. Left me with dust where a home should be. The world took plenty, but it left one bone. A man's last word is the name he keeps. My brother still saved his brother in my phone. Thumb on delete since October 19. He sold my trust for a truck and a loan, then called it business like that made it clean. I saw his wife at Kroger on Route 45. She looked through me like glass and rain. I held the door, let her pass, stayed alive. Some debts don't get paid, they just learn your name. I went way down, but I still got my name. Blood on my collar, but my hands stay clean. I ain't no saint, and I ain't free from shame. But I know what I've done and what I didn't mean. back in stone, left me with dust where a home should be. The world took plenty, but it left one bone. A man's last word is the name he keeps. Same quiet mouth, same unpaid rent, same left hand with a wedding ring, bent out of shape from where love went. Nurse asked if there was someone she could call. I said, no ma'am, I drove here alone. She wrote it down like a fact on a wall. I signed my name and took myself home. Lord have mercy. I went way down, but I still got my name. Blood on my collar, but my hands stay clean. I ain't no saint, and I ain't free from shame, but I know what I've done and what I didn't mean. Left me with dust where a home should be. The world took plenty, but it left one bone. A man's last word is the name he keeps. Still got my name, still got my name. A man's last word is the name he keeps.